Hi, it's Kim calling.
Hi, Kim.
Hi.
Your mom just showed up.
Uh-oh, Pat's in the house. Look
She's
out.
in the house.
Don't give her any free stuff. I am supposed to be meeting a gentleman named Tunde.
Okay.
So if he asks for me, or you tell him I'm going to be a little late because traffic is pretty bad.
For sure.
Thank
All
you.
right, we'll see when you get here. Yep.
Yep. Bye. I own and operate 8 restaurants, and I've worked in South Minneapolis now since I moved here in 1983. I'm embarrassed to say. In my college years, I supported myself as a cook in kitchens, and people don't get treated very well in restaurants. The pay isn't very good. You don't have health insurance. The hours are long. There's not a lot of flexibility. At one point, I lost my job because I had to go to the funeral of a very close friend that I played rugby with. That is like the lowest of the low, sort of like. I was about as anti-authoritarian as a person could get. So when I opened my restaurant, I was suddenly confronted with having to be the boss and having vowed that I would never work in restaurants again because of the way people were treated.
You can never take the founder out of the DNA of a small business. You walk into a company that has great customer service and you meet the owner and it's somebody who cares. You walk into a business that has horrible customer service, you meet the owner, you know why.
I decided to create a culture where employees were treated well. We pay health insurance. Servers in my restaurants make a living wage. People are allowed to have flexible schedules and lives. And the people who work in the kitchens are allowed to eat free meals because I knew they were going to do that anyway.
In small businesses, if you're not a good joiner, then you can be a starter. And that's the power of entrepreneurship. Whether you're a woman or an immigrant, you can say, you know what, if I'm not accepted, I'll start my own business. And they do.
I think it's interesting that nearly 1/3 of small businesses in the United States are owned by women, corporate CEOs. It's a much smaller percent, it might be 15%, not even.
Because of the culture, I don't have a high turnover in my restaurants. People work together for a long time, and that is a community unto itself.
One of my neighbors works here, and it seems like it's a good personal environment. I think building an economy that's based on our values is important.
I grew up in this neighborhood. I'm not about supporting big chain places, so places like this, I love. And I love the garden outside, too. I think that's awesome.
People came out of the recession very conscious of where they're at financially, but then I think it actually helped people and consumers become more conscientious about where they were spending their dollars. I think they realized when you shop at a small business, you're supporting your neighbors. Their kids might go to school with your kids. People care about that, and they care about supporting people rather than big brands or big businesses.
We want to continue to explore ways that we engage in this business for the future. We focus on zero waste, sustainable agriculture, essentially the triple bottom line. We're very people, planet, profit driven. I'd add place to that, of course.